What went wrong?
How much time do you have?
How much time do you need?
Oh God. Um, you know, the first thing everybody would tell you is just that the team just was overwhelmed. It was too much pressure and everything. Um, but it was also just a freak game in a way. Um, and the turning point was actually, I think the turning point was the penalty, um, which which you mentioned the magazine we both work on, and a colleague of us researched a bit about that game for the current issue, and he found out that Sebastian Aller, who took the ball away from Emre Can, who was supposed to take the penalty, actually has a fantastic record as a penalty taker. He's missed only once in 28 attempts. But nobody at the time, nobody knew this at the ground, at least not nobody that I was aware of. So we all asked ourselves why he was taking the ball away from Emre Can. And yeah, I think when he missed the penalty, there was also the moment that most people started thinking this was not our day, that something was going wrong here. And the mood shifted and everything. And yeah. Then again, also, I say it was a freak accident, a freak game. I've read somewhere that we had a sensational expected goals figure, so it's something totally crazy, like 4.5 or whatever. So it's also bad luck as always. Yeah, but this being football, it's just the result that counts, and so that was that.
Raphael.
Uli, I've seen some quotes from Hans-Joachim Watzke, the chairman, who said, yes, of course, we messed up and we should have won their game, but actually, looking at the whole season, we didn't lose the championship on the final day of the season. We lost it much earlier. Is this just a coping mechanism, or is there actually some truth here? Because Dortmund, even by their own standards, probably should have had a better first half of the season to give themselves a better chance to win.
Well, of course, that's true. But then again, I was there. I saw the game. And I can guarantee you we lost it on that day. Because if we'd won the game, we'd won the league. So that's just the way it is. I mean, of course, I mean, he's right in a way, because there were so many games in the build-up to this final day that we should have wrapped up the league a lot earlier. It was all dropping all those points against teams mired in the relegation zone, like Christoph's own team, Bochum. And Schalke was probably the worst from my point of view. Most people would point to Stuttgart, because the team blew a 2-goal lead against 10 men, then took the lead again and still couldn't win. But for me, I think the low point was Schalke, because that was, I mean, they were so awful. Schalke were awful, and you should never be. Anyway, but at the end of the day, there's 90 minutes of football to be played, and so on that day, the rest of the season didn't matter. It was all about this day, and so our great chairman is right in a way, and wrong in some others. But of course, he had to say something. I mean, this is what everybody. I mean, this is the standard reply. Normally you hear that from teams who get relegated. Like Schalke fans would say, we were not relegated in the last weeks of the season. We were relegated in the first half of the season, because that's when we dropped so many points. But yeah.